What's going on with it, guys? So I usually drop these recap videos a day after these games just so I get a chance to go back, rewatch the game, and get a much better kind of analysis of what goes on as opposed to just watching it after I do a live stream. And shout out to everyone on the live stream, by the way. It was a lot of fun. But I've got my dad coming in town this weekend and going to get here tomorrow, so I don't really have time to do that. So I'm just going to do it right now, kind of fresh off of the game. Now the Jaguars lost to the Miami Dolphins by a score of 22-7, and we dropped to 0-3 on the preseason. But this preseason game was a lot different than the other ones, just because we had the starters play. You know what I mean? The starters finally played. We didn't really get to see, in the first couple of games we saw like one starter kind of play each game. But this game we finally got to see a pretty good, healthy dosage of those guys. And, the most exciting thing was that we got to see Nick Foles play. So Nick Foles came out there, and I would probably give Nick Foles like a C grade, just because, they didn't really open up much of the playbook for him, but, the first couple of drives, they went 3 and out before kind of leading an actual touchdown drive later on, which is a lot of fun, but, he was kind of doing a lot of checkdowns, and the only receiver he was really targeting was Dede Westbrook. I think Dede Westbrook had like 7 targets, and, of course, they also targeted Chris Conley, but that play wound up being penalized just due to a pass interference call. But Dede Westbrook got a really good dosage of play this game. Dede Westbrook was awesome, and he got his claw clean one play. But, it's really looking like Dede Westbrook might be that safety valve for Nick Foles. A lot of times Nick Foles likes to throw to his tight ends, but at the moment we don't really have a dynamic, healthy tight end on the team. We'll see what we have in Josh Oliver once he comes back from his hamstring injury. But, at the moment, it looks like Dede Westbrook might be a total reception king. So, it was kind of cool seeing that connection in this game. But Nick Foles, he came in there, like I said, he was doing a lot of checkdowns and, threw the ball to Leonard Fournette a couple times. He did wind up leading a touchdown drive, kind of throwing it out to Dede Westbrook kind of on a rollout. So, that was pretty cool. But really the main thing with the offense, definitely Dede Westbrook was the MVP of the offense. And, Leonard Fournette started out a little bit slow, but, he's the kind of running back that needs to have a lot of volume. Like, once he gets more volume, he gets better as the game goes on. So that's kind of how he works. And he had one really nice run where, Nick Foles was in the shotgun, and they handed to him kind of on a zone run kind of play. And, one thing with Leonard Fournette, he's more of a downhill runner, so he's more of a get the ball and hit the hole really hard kind of thing. But, he took the ball, and, he was kind of running, and he, kind of being patient, and he saw the hole open up, and he bursted through it. So, it's all about being patient until you see the hole, and then you kind of burst through it. And it was a good run by Leonard Fournette, and it was just cool kind of seeing him, run that kind of play, just because, Nick Foles does like to do more work out of the shotgun and does a lot of RPOs and stuff like that. So Leonard Fournette has to, kind of get adjusted to that kind of play. So that was cool. But, the best thing about this game was freaking Josh Allen, man. Josh Allen was a freaking stud, and he was just all over the field. He was getting quarterback disruptions. He was, getting tackles for loss. There was one play where he dropped back in coverage, and, he had the running back, and he literally went up on the running back and just nailed him. And, he helped contribute to, Dwan Smoot getting a sack. And, he was constantly making Ryan Fitzpatrick kind of flush out of the pocket and, kind of do work out of there. And, it's just... And one thing that I was talking about in my preview video is, we've seen Josh Allen play the last couple of games, but, once we actually have starters in there, I want to see what it looks like for there to actually be other threats that they have to worry about. So, have Yannick Ngakoue and like Calais Campbell in there that the guys had to key on as opposed to just double teaming Josh Allen. And Josh Allen just was an absolute stud this game. And the rookie was the real standout of the defense. It looked like he was like getting involved in like pretty much every play. So it was extremely exciting. But other than that, like I said, Dwan Smoot registered a sack. I can't really think of much else. The starting defense was good, and then, the kind of the backup defense went in there. And then just the backups have just become so horrible to watch. So, we'll see. We'll see with all that. But Cam Robinson did play a little bit, although I did see later on that he was out of the game, and Cedric Ogbuehi went in there for him. So I hope everything's all right with injury with him. And I did see Cedric Ogbuehi get hurt. And Terrell Pryor, I think I heard had a hamstring. I saw on Jaguars Twitter. DJ Chark is being evaluated for a concussion, so that was one that we actually saw on the field. So, I mean, other than that, man, it was nice to see some of our starters play, but preseason is just such a tease, man. I mean, we need regular season to get here. Every year I just get more and more tired of this damn preseason. But, with what we saw, I mean, I guess it was pretty good for the most part with what we got. Of course, we lost, and the backups are getting horrible to watch. But, yeah, I mean, that's all I can really think of at the moment. I wish I could have kind of watched this game and given you a better analysis, but that's kind of all I got for the moment. But, thank you guys all for watching. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Go Jags.